All right, welcome back. Like I said at the beginning of the show, Mr. President has spent his first 100 days. We marked that in the past week. And we're going to be looking at that more intensely. And I have here with me Tolu Ebun. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much.
And of course, Yinka Folarin, thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you.
Let's start with you, Tolu, now, and see how you would rate Mr. President. How do you think he's done?
Well, let me say, first of all, Ebuka, that my opinion does not reflect the views of my party. This is a personal opinion.
Your party being?
The People's Democratic Party.
Let's just be clear on that.
Yeah. Personally, I feel it's too early to be rating the achievements of the president. 100 days, we need to bear in mind also that there was a transition from another party to a fresh one that has not been in government
ever before.
Since democracy, you know. So if you want to start rating his days in power right now, I think it's totally unfair, to be honest with you, because I want to believe that he has good intentions. At least so far, he has been honest on some things that ordinarily any other person would have taken advantage of, being the achievements of all the precedents and foundation laid by the previous government in power, the refinery. He's come out to say that, yes, this previous government set this precedents, they laid this foundation, and we are continuing with what, yes, and this is how we have achieved what we achieved. Yeah. So personally, I feel it is unfair to rate him based on that right now, because, you know, it's not like there's a laid down manuscript in the, or the Constitution states that, you know, after 100 days you review his works. But yeah. Yes.
I don't know if you agree with that, seeing as a lot of people have said that there were promises made, there were things we thought would have been in place by now. Do you think he's met the targets that maybe you set for him?
Well, truly there's nothing like 100 days in the Constitution. But during their campaign up and down, 100 days, our 100 days achievement, we must have done this, we must have done that. So based on what you have said, people should be able to evaluate your performance. So if I will look at President Buhari's administration performance by now, I will still tell you, truly he has done some certain things. He has set a very good precedence, some things that seems to be impossible. We'll tell you in the areas of power, we are seeing increase in power supply.
There was a slight dip last week, just a slight dip.
Yeah, at least it is still far better compared to what we used to have in the past. Yes. But there are still some other things. The issue of anti-corruption, for instance, now, I have not seen much seriousness about that. It has always been a kind of fighting on the pages of the newspaper. The realities of it has not come to play. So you're fighting corruption, and
what would you want him to do, though? What would you want him to have done in 100 days?
He talks more or less like someone working in the anti-graft agency. One would expect at least autonomy should be given to that agency, and it shouldn't be a selective probe. You want to probe, I would expect him to capitalize much on since the day we return back to democracy, 1999 to now.
Do you think we have that luxury of time to probe a 16-year time span?
To be candid with you, not about probing 16 years alone. There are cases, lingering cases on ground. You talk about the Alibotin scam. Among others, you should revisit all this. And giving the anti-graft agency autonomy is one major thing, and the executive is a different thing entirely. So I would expect him in the area of power supply, in the areas of he has done something convincingly to Nigerians. But the anti-corruption war, the unemployment of a team, government has no business in business. Why would government keep saying we will provide employment? During your campaign, you said we will provide also 10,000 employment, 1 million employment, this and that. It is not so fair. Nigerians will ask you questions. Meal for a child.
So I don't know.
Not seen all those things.
I know he's brought up corruption now, and it's something that Mr. President is very passionate about. He talked about it through his campaign and still talks about it. But before he got into office, he did say categorically that his anti-corruption war will start from the 29th of May. But now he's in office, he started looking back. Where do we have the right now to say, well, since you're looking back, look all the way back?
Well, if you want to probe corruption, then you should start from the source. Nobody should be left out. That's what I believe. I strongly believe also that the president should allow the agencies that have the powers to fight corruption to do their work. Like the EFCC, the ICPC, let them do their work. Start all the way from the beginning of democracy. Probe everybody, every state.
I ask that again. Do you think we have the time?
Well, quite honestly, there is no time to do anything except you embark on the journey. You cannot tell precisely how much time you have or how much time is needed, especially because like I said before, this is a new party in government. You understand? So he can only just start it and then hope that the next person will continue. But until you set the pace, you can't say precisely that there's no time to fight corruption. And also, I want to say that the APC, it's quite unfortunate that people are beginning to question many of the things they said during the campaign now. After you voted in a government, you could have taken a step backward to look at the realities of the things that they are promising you. It's propaganda. I did a campaign in my constituency, and I said a lot of things to people that I believe that, they will expect me to deliver on. And if you are coming back after the person is in office to say that the promises that he made are not realistic, then I don't think you are being fair to even yourself, because you could have thought about that before voting them in.